don't matter if they're censored, they're lying. You don't understand. I want them to be lying. I need them to be lying on me. You know. Now he's saying, those are alarms. Oh. I got the floor? No, I don't. I haven't had the floor for about 30 minutes. Where you been, Indiana? Another hour for me. Yeah, I ain't got nothing else to do. You're right. You know, I've been up since 3. I'm with you, Dad. I'm with you. Yeah, let's just stay up all night. Let's spend the night here. Why not? Turn the lights down, you know. How you guys doing back there? Y'all doing all right? That's the sober bunch. All right. Oh, hey, up there in the cheap seats. How y'all doing? Y'all like getting best of both worlds. You're like listening to me and watching the game. Yeah, nice. Celtic fan over there. Look at that. He's lost. Celtic fan. I grew up liking the Celtics, but then because Spurs, Then I came back to Spurs, yes. The Iceman, George Gervin, Spurs. You think Spurs gonna do it this year? Oh, I love the fans. Man, last year was rough, man. I was looking at them and I was like, I get so passionate with the Spurs that I gotta watch the games at home. I can't watch it with other people because they don't like me then. Let me tell you something. I said this the other day for the first time, not even a joke, but I found out how much I cannot stand the Lakers. I found out how I cannot stand the Lakers. And if you're a Laker fan, whatever. See, I liked you there for a second, man. But you know what? Let me tell you, I do not like the Lakers. I found out how. See, I married my wife with 2 boys, my stepsons, and I love them now. And, because when you meet your stepkids, they always tell you sweet things like, whatever, you're not our real dad. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe you don't need my real food then, huh? You're right, I'm not your daddy. You'll starve in this house. You better respect me. Forget that. I got real firm with him one time. I said, hey, take your clothes and your toys and put them in your room. 13 and an 8-year-old. The 13-year-old walked right by me and whispered this. It's a shame what those Menendez brothers did to their family. And the 8-year-old walked by the other way and whispered, and those are their real parents. I slept with one eye open and a knife for like 3 months straight. I'll cut you, little kid. Just keep moving. So my stepsons, they decided to like everybody I can't stand. So they became Laker fans. Now I've had a hatred for the Lakers from back in the day when I used to like the Celtics, but it got even more so when they got Shaq, and he was talking all that noise about David back in the day. So I'm going to therapy. I'm letting it go. All right. So now I'm there. I'm like, well, you know what? I had a gig in Los Angeles. I said, man, I got to support my kids. I want to support their teams. So there I am. I'm in this Lakers shop, almost about to puke. And I'm in there, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm going to get them a banner, a big old banner with all the championships. I put that in the room, and I go, nah. So I go, I'll get them a pennant, just to put on their ring, a Laker pennant. And I like to go, nah. I'll get them their favorite player poster, little poster. No, I can't do that. A T-shirt. Yeah, I'll get them T-shirts. I go, oh, I can't see that anymore. It came down to magnets. And I said, nah, I'm not going to see that on my refrigerator. It came down to pencils. Pencils that they can sharpen and they'll be gone. And I said, no. And I walked out, not happy, but kind of like, I really can't stand the Lakers. I couldn't see myself spending money on anything purple and gold. Sorry, it's been good. Besides, at the time, my kids, those boys didn't like me anyway, so. It's so funny. To give you an idea how bad they didn't like me and how bad it was, my wife asked me, she goes, can you go pick them up, babe, from school? And I said, all right, I'll pick them up from school. Mind you, back then, when I met my wife, she had the car, she had the job, she had the insurance. All I had was my clothes. And a Honda Civic with no air conditioning, 4-door, ball tires, had a hole in the muffler. Every time I pressed the gas, ring, and poof, smoke come out in the back. She asked me to pick up these kids in a carpool line. Y'all know what a carpool line is? So I'm picking up in the carpool line, and I'm there, and all of a sudden, every time I press the gas, ring, ding, 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 poof, like smoke. These kids were so embarrassed of me getting up. When that was my turn to pull up right there, I'm over there yelling at them like some kind of freaking, Pimp and Tijuana. Come on in, free, come on in. And they're looking at me. They're looking at me, and they look at the teacher, and they just start yelling, stranger danger! Stranger danger!